quickly. You talk about women's football, same thing. Volleyball, no league.
Handball.
You start one handball. You don't even hear about some of these sports until maybe the All Africa Games coming up or one major championship.
I mean, if you ask every federation, what do you need to get your programs in the right direction to make the leagues thrive, to put your organization
fix structures,
structure, put everything in the best possible position, and probably they give you a bill or give you, if the NSC can do that. Because if you talk with some of these administrators, the problem has always been, they will say neglect. The funds are not there. Apart from, the other players like owners of clubs and other doing that, there are things that associations as well could do. But most times they're either cash strapped, or they say that they have their hands tied behind their backs because there are no sponsors, or because they
is not even visionary
or because
enough.
they're being, or because they are,
let's be certain
also
about
because
that.
they are being ignored by the National Sports Commission and all of these issues. So I hope it will be sorted.
Austin and Yemi, the Special Olympics team that went to the Special Olympics, they were financed solely
by individuals
and corporate Nigeria.
I know. Yeah.
What does that tell you? It tells you that if corporate Nigeria sees a thriving, visionary, well-articulated program of how to go about doing something, they will put their money into it.
Particularly when it's touching lives.
Especially when it's touching lives. They were Special Olympics that was completely financed by private individuals, and they did very well.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? Why do we always have to wait for government? And that's for athletes with special challenges. So if we can do that for those kind of people, those special kind of people,
nothing is not going to come. Nothing is coming. But in these other ones, if you do it well, you're going to generate revenue.
It's not rocket science.
Because the leadership of the Special Olympics are genuine people that understand their philosophy. They have set goals and objectives. And they are out to achieve it.
The vast majority of people in position in a lot of these organizations, a lot of them are just there for the title. So I show up at an event, tell them the president of this thing is here, tell them the secretary. They just want that title to their name. They don't really have the passion, the vision, the ability, the capability to drive real development in their sports.
I agree. Tunde Popola said here the other day, and okay, let's just hope that someday things will get better. Let's quickly talk about the Falconers that are getting ready. Should return to camp on Saturday as preparations begin for their 2016 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup third round qualifying fixture against Democratic Republic of Congo. It's Congo again. Congo again.
Congo gets Congoed on a regular. Be it by the men, be it by the women. They get Congoed on the regular. That's a great finish.
Forgive me for my optimism.
That's a really great finish.
I don't really see anybody touching Nigeria at this level of female football.
For Falconets, so Super Falcons, tread with caution.
That does not mean we should become complacent, but I'll go to sleep. Anybody. Put Ghana and South Africa together, I'll still go to sleep.
Oh my God.
That shows how good we are. And I'm hoping that they get to qualify. Of course, they will qualify, but transfer the dominance at the continental stage to the global stage. That has always, how to make that transition, I mean, I don't know. But only the NFL.
Pass through the editions.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we've gotten to the final once or twice. Well, what I'm saying is get to a point where we are actually have our hands wrapped around the trophy. I mean, that would be the height for me. That's what I'm hoping for. But really, there's still much to be done. I don't believe we can measure how well we've performed because we've gotten to the final. We still have problems with female football here in Nigeria that needs to be sorted out. The talent is there, and that's why we keep getting into this positions.
I totally agree with you. When you dismiss Liberia 14-1 aggregate.
Let's be candid. Liberia is they are non-existent in this level of football. Maybe in the men's game, but even in the men's game they're struggling. But don't talk of football. But we talk about the talent being there. Yes, there's talent there. But how do we channel this talent into the national teams?
How far can you go with talent?
Where exactly do these talents play? Where do we get them from?
That's it.
Where are the thriving female football competitions at secondary school level or at the university level? Because I mean, look at what's the name of this performance AGK? What's her name? The one who plays for the Falcons, who plays in who's the student who played for the Super Falcons at the last World Cup? Exactly. No, not in the Mountain. The one who played the junior sister of the Super Courtney Dike. She's a university undergraduate, and there's a thriving NCAA league for women's football in that country,
which allows her to follow her dreams and still play football.
That's it.
She's playing for our national team, but yet she's still pursuing a degree. So you say, when you ask, where are the talents at this level? Under 17 level, Flamingos level, Falconets level, where exactly do we pick them from?
On the streets.
And it pains me because there are no proper tournaments, no proper structures for them. So we have not even scratched the surface of our potential. Not even talk of I mean, you know, you can just go on and you begin to worry and wonder and ponder. It's
Coach of the Falconers, Peter Dedewo, has called up 30 players, most of whom were involved in a successful second-round campaign against Liberia. Guys were asking, where do we get them? A lot of them still play in the Women's Football League. In Nigeria, we have players from Ibom Angels, Confluence Queens, Nasarawa Amazons, Delta Queens, which starts, again, sometimes you start questioning their age.
Which is the problem, which is why I'm asking, which is the real reason why I'm advocating for youth tournaments at secondary school level, at university level, because that way there's a database and you can track their true ages. The same way we question whether a 16-year-old can play in the Nigerian Premier League, we also have to question whether a 16-year-old girl can play in the Nigerian Women's League.
Yes.
That is the truth.
Or whether you have real 20-year-olds in the Falconets.
So that is why these structures at the grassroots level are very important. We don't need a national tournament. If we have zonal in the 6 geopolitical zones, maybe 4 teams here, 4 teams here, 4 teams here, you pick the best 4, the best one. You bring them together. Yes, you can get that kind of quality that you want. You have a database of players who have played. You can track their development.
And you're sure you do it on a yearly basis, just and keep the records.
So that's it. The Super Falcons, the Falconets, are expected to return to camp on Saturday, the 22nd of August, as they get ready for the third round qualifying fixture against the Democratic Republic of Congo. So all the best to Coach Peter Dedewo and his team. Let's talk about the home-based Super Eagles. They're doing well while they await the arrival of the foreign counterparts. You'll soon see pictures of their latest training today in Abuja. The feelers we're getting after the media parley is that this team keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, I mean, I love looking at these pictures because I was one of the guys who really I was anticipating. I wanted to see what's going to be like Ulysses' first training session with the boys, and from what we hear, everything went well. And we're as excited as the manager. Of course, you can't really read any meaning into all of this, but just know that.
Oh, trust me, you can. I had a physiotherapist look at this training, and he was impressed. He was impressed. He said something.
That's a man with a train
that I don't know. That I don't.
That's a man with a train
but was impressed.
But for some of us, we're just happy to see the Eagles back. And that's what I'm happy for. The new coach, his assistants, and everybody is the foreign assistant as well. Also there. So I mean, I'm just excited to see them. That's all that really matters for me. When they start playing practice matches, when the foreign-based guys do join, then we'll see how far we can go.
Okay. Of course, Toyin Ibitoye will give us more updates. He joins us now live via telephone. Good evening, Toyin, and welcome to Sports Tonight.
Hey, good evening, my guys. Well done. Keep up the good job. I am happy to be on the show once again.
Okay, and then tonight you don't get to trust us. For Aqua United. We are relaxed now.
Well, I wish you guys the best in the final, but then you're up against Lobby Stars, who are a lot more experienced. But I must commend Aqua United for what they've been able to do this season. I just wait to see what happens in the final.
Okay, let's quickly touch base with the home-based Super Eagles. A media parley was done today in Abuja. What was discussed?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that the coach told the media today is the same thing you have said just now. Home-based Eagles. He says, for him, as the coach of the team, there is no home base, there is no foreign base. When you come into the camp, you come to fight. And when you show that you deserve to play and be in the starting 11, it's not going to look at your base, whether you are playing for Ifeanyi Ubah or playing for Warriors or or playing in Holland or playing in England or playing in Norway, once you can deliver during the training and you show that you deserve to be in the starting 11, that's what it's going to do. It's going to put you there for you to play and win. So it says no more